Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Hairyman, Hoaxes, and Hoodwinks. Glad to see everybody here. That chat is booming already. And we got a great show for you tonight. Hopefully, as usual. I don't know. That'll be for you to decide. But let's do
Twin powers, activate!
Woo!
Mr. Brent Dill, welcome to the
Hey.
show.
It's going to be an amazing show. Good. I'm excited to talk about some Bigfoot faces tonight.
Yeah, I got a lot of photos for you guys to take a look at, and we can chat about. And I took a little mini dive. I didn't take a big dive like I did on my last two shows, but a little mini dive on information. I was trying to not do that because
some of those rabbit holes are deep. Yeah, deep rabbit holes for sure.
They really are, and you can just go off into a tangent. Well, I can. I don't know. But that's what I do. I do it for you guys. So you can come back every week and get some more information, have a little bit of fun, little bit of education, so that's why I do it. But what do I hear? You hear something? I hear something. I don't know. There he is. The challenge. Oh, man. Oh, no. Welcome, Mr. Sasquatch.
Oh, that's good.
Himself, Joe from Western New York. Welcome. I get you with that every time, huh?
That intro cracks me up every single time.
Good.
That was so funny. I love the chimp noises, man.
Well, you just let it all out that first time, and I thought, well, I gotta cover that up just a little bit, maybe.
Bring it down to PG level.
just a little bit, but it made it funny, and
it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. I sometimes when I'm getting ready for a show and I bring stuff up and I'm uploading and stuff, I go to watch that just so I can get a smile on my face again. It makes me laugh. That yours and Leon's, of course. Leon's is hilarious too. So those always put me in a good mood, and I hope everybody else is in a good mood because I've had a pretty good Sunday, kind of low key. Just getting ready for the show. It's cold outside. Everybody seems to be freezing lately. I've got my daughter calls this my granny sweater, but I still have my Sasquatch underneath. So, what do you say? What do you say? Let me go to the top. Holy cow! I don't know if I can go to the top. You guys are just talking. So in the chat tonight, welcome everybody. Sharon, of course. Mrs. Numero Uno. Welcome, Sharon. Mark, my flock is everywhere. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. We've got Appalachian Tales of Terror. Mr. Jimmy Blanton, welcome to the chat room. Grasshopper is in there. Uncle Bones. I hope you're staying nice and warm in your house tonight. Angel Nolan. We've got, Mr. Steve Cole, Squatch DTV. He'll be on right after me, so don't go anywhere tonight. We have got Sandra Piper. And who else? Boy, you're talking. Mr. Lee in the house. And who else have we got? Gary Johnson. Woof. Did I miss anybody? Jen. There's Jen. She's here. She made it. Oh, there's Kaiju. Thank you, Kaiju, for the kind words earlier. I appreciate it. Every time you guys send me comments, I love them. And Caucasian Sasquatch, welcome, sir. Well, Michael Haywood, finding the trackway. That trackway dude. I don't know about him. Oh, okay. Let me just scroll all the way to the bottom. Jay's in the house too. Okay, if I missed you, I am sorry. I tried to get to everybody today. So, welcome to the show, everybody. And I hope we have something good brewing today. But we're going to be talking about the many faces of Bigfoot because there's a lot. Why?
Yeah.
You know? And I didn't go, like I said, too deep into it because what I really want to do is just look at the faces. Just look at all the many sketches that are out there. And now we have computers and computer generated art and artificial intelligence programs out there that can mock up, simulations of whatever you want, you know. So I've got a little bit of all of that for you tonight and we're going to get to that. But first, these are the questions I asked. And I tried not to make myself go down the deep holes. But why does every Bigfoot look different? Are there different types of Bigfoot? Are there different species? Do they have different races? Can they carry an X chromosome? I don't know. Are they bigger in areas that get colder? And I made a little note down there at the bottom about Bergman's rule, which states that organisms at higher latitudes should be larger and thicker than those closer to the equator to better conserve heat. And that also brings around Allen's rule, which has shorter and thicker limbs also in those higher altitudes.
Yeah.
That's why polar bears are huge. They're in very the higher latitude with a lot of cold weather. So same with the Kodiaks and the grizzlies. They're located up north. So they get bigger and they have to eat more calories, as we've learned in my last show, to survive their winters. So these are some of the questions I'm going to be hitting tonight. So we'll go to my next one, which are the definitions, of course. Biological species is a group of organisms that can reproduce with one another in nature and produce fertile offspring. And so human faces are different, are completely different, but we evolved to look different, to have that uniqueness, and the variety of human faces is because of evolutionary pressure to make each of us unique and easily recognizable. And that was according to a study out of the University of California, Berkeley. So it was just a matter of evolution that had our DNA is written, each individual is written. Now we do have doppelgangers, something called doppelgangers, where you may have somebody who looks a lot like you. And because remember, we talked about this in the last show as well, that nature always has an exception to the rule somehow. Something is always off. There's always something. But mostly in our genes, we have 99% of the same DNA from me and you, but that 1% it is what causes us to look different from everybody else. So, in regards to Bigfoot, I'm going to make that speculation that many of us call them a type of relic hominin or a human, a different tribe. So would these definitions apply to Sasquatch? And that's what I'm trying to get here. Things are popping up all over. Leave me alone, people. Okay, so species can be classified into 5 different types according to their role in the ecosystem and conservation organizations. We're not going to be going through all those species, okay? Because we really just want to find out about priority species and keystone species, because well, biologically, species, these organisms are similar to each other, so they can exchange genes and interbreed with one another. So we want to know um, why these are important to us, why they're important to how we live, and what happens when we take certain species out of the mix. So, on a priority species is mostly it means they they're called that because it's to restore the ecological balance. Okay, because they hold a place that if you take them out of the ecosystem, they could cause other problems. And that takes you straight to the keystone species because there are certain species that without them would cause all kinds of chaos in the ecosystem. Now that's why would Bigfoot hold a priority be a priority species or hold one of these keystone spots? That is really to be seen. We don't rely on them as we know for anything specific as of now. Now, these priority species are like big cats, cetaceans, elephants, great apes, rhinos, sharks and rays. Um, what was one that I didn't even realize? Vultures. Okay, they are also a priority species. Now, these species have been considered priority species due to their significance in the ecosystem. So that would be species that are integral to the food chain, species that help to develop and strengthen habitats, species that indicate high needs and conservation practices, species exploited for commercial practices, or species important to specific cultures. And that seems like a lot. And I bring that in because I just want everybody to know everybody feels a lot of people feel that the Bigfoot are part of our ecosystem because well they're feeding them or they have some type of what do you call it, Brent, where they have them in their backyard,
Habituation.
habituating them type of situations. But I don't think they need us. I don't think we need them at this point. We haven't, type specimen them. So there's a lot of things about them we don't know because we can't go out there and just study them every day and come up with answers. Not like we can go out there and study the bear or we can go out there and study any kind of animal that has been brought to a type specimen. Um, Now, that keystone species, those play an essential role towards the functioning, structure, and productivity of a habitat, an ecosystem at a defined level. So that is where, if it disappears, if that specific species disappears, it would have a significant change in the ecosystem. For instance, like some insects. Bees, if we lost the bees, that would definitely impact our ecosystem because the bees are huge pollinators and it would affect our food source. Okay. That
Essentially
is
dead at that point.
yeah, it would that's a huge keystone species. And they label like 16 or 17 keystone species that if we lost them, we would feel the impact. We would definitely feel that impact. And I'm just going to run through real quick the examples so we can get on to the fun part. So we've got, oh yeah, that would be over here. I moved it. I moved it out of the way. So does Bigfoot play a role? That's the question. I don't have no room over here. Okay. the big question: does Bigfoot have a role in our ecosystem?
Doesn't seem to.
Doesn't seem to.
Seems to live with the ecosystem and doesn't try to alter it or endanger it in any way. It just lives with it because it has an understanding of it, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. I think if it.
But
well, it does have a role. I mean, it lives out there, and I mean, it's just to me, and I can only say, I mean, it's more than it's just a lucky hominin species that has been fortunate enough to survive and avoid extinction so far, like we have. Except for they've done it without technology. We're the ones we've avoided extinction and etc. only because we've developed lots of technology. That's our big plus.
Mass breeding too.
But as far as if Bigfoot were not in the ecosystem, would it affect? Yeah, I don't know. I guess not. I mean, because you look at the thing about how, the correlation.
Let me give you some more examples, and then maybe you could answer this question better.
Yeah.
For example, okay, a keystone species would be a grizzly bear because they're considered the forest gardeners. Okay, they they provide the soil in the forest floor and important nutrients and nitrogen and into the floors of the forest, and they drag their food, salmon carcasses from lakes and stuff, and that helps the overall forest floor, to get nutrients. It seems like that's not big enough, but it does. There's enough bears out there that they have their droppings, their scat around, and they will scavenge, other decomposing animals. And so they kind of clean up the forests as well. So they're considered a keystone, as well as elephants. Can you guess why an elephant would be considered a keystone? Because I did not guess this at all. Why they would be.
Their poo? I don't know.
They have the ability to transform the landscape and their environment. So that's their main thing. And yeah, they live in Asia and they live in Africa, and they can control over the food, the flora. They can control it from getting overly taking over certain areas. So that's what that says. They even have sharks. Sharks are the ocean's cleaners, is how they stated it.
Yeah, and that's happened with other species too. Like with wolves, they've introduced wolves back into areas where they used to be, and by introducing the wolves back into that area, there's key parts of the whole ecological system that changed just by having those wolves reintroduced back to where they used to be.
There's actually talk of reintroducing the grizzly bear back here in the North Cascades, which is the west side of the Cascade Mountain Range, because they're on the east side, but not the west side. So, because it's you feel they're an important species here to help bring balance.
Yeah.
So they list sea otters because they're controlling the coastal marine ecosystem. Krill because they're a nutrient carrier. Beavers I had always heard that beavers did harm to nature because they blocked streams and blah blah blah. But it turns out that they provide systems for the salmon to spawn.
New habitats.
yeah, they provide the habitats. So it's ideal grounds for aquatic animals like salmon is what they do. Like it's a filter. What they create when they create their dams, they create a filter, removing fine sediment from the waters and cleaning the waters and making it better for spawning. Spawning. Period. Oh, this is where I messed up my papers. Hummingbirds, another big pollinator.
Yeah.
Parrotfish, they clean the coral, which is dying. The barrier reef is slowly dying,
Mhm.
you know. Um, what was this one? Prairie dogs, but I don't believe that. They say prairie dogs are small herbivores
Yeah.
and that they feed on plants. And if you have a healthy pod of prairie dogs, they keep the grass in check. That's
To
what it
me,
says.
prairie dogs are like the dachshunds of woodchucks. But,
Oh, woodpeckers are called tree surgeons. They call them tree surgeons.
wow. Yeah.
And
Makes sense though.
oh, but here's another interesting one, the gray wolves. Do you remember the gray wolves in Yellowstone National Park and what a
That's what
big
I was
spook
referring to. It.
happened? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was
Um,
referring to.
because back in 1926, the last pack of wolves they were killed off because the government wanted to protect the elk and those other grazing animals. But what they found out was that after they got rid of the elk, I mean the wolves, the elks ate so much that they were overgrazing and there was soil erosion. So they
Oops.
had to they brought back the wolves or trying
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, get this one and tell me why this one. The snowshoe hare.
Oh wow.
The snowshoe hare is a keystone. But I was like, "Oh man, I guess so." When once I read why. Can you guess why? Can anybody guess
Mm-mm.
why the snowshoe hare is so important to the ecosystem?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
It
it's not
keeps
because it's little round poops either.
it, it keeps the lynx fed. I don't.
Yeah, it plays a role to predators
Yeah.
because it feeds lynx, bobcats, fishers, foxes, coyotes, wolves, hawks, eagles, crows. Um, it feeds so many predator species that it would totally harm those species if you got rid of those rabbits and hares. They, would not thrive
Yay
as well.
me! I guessed right.
Yeah, nicely done.
So yeah. Um. Well, anyway, you guys get the idea. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
chalk.
surprised they didn't have rhinoceros in there as a keystone species
Was it in here?
because
No.
rhinoceros, and this is well, I say it's the truth. I believe it because I've read incidents of it. Rhinos are like nature's firemen. They will
Oh,
stomp out a fire if they
well, we
look it
need
up.
those all over.
Hmm.
Well, they are a priority species. Rhinos are considered
Yeah,
a priority species.
I think it's funny. They
So,
tell you not to build campfires like in rhino territory, man, because you might get a rhino rush into your campsite, stomp out your fire. Man.
so okay, so now we kind of learned just a little bit about those things, and um, w- I know people always consider, well, what about chimps and our DNA? Well, ever since researchers sequenced the chimp genome in 2005, they have known that humans share about 99% of the DNA with chimpanzees as well, making them our closest relatives. Human and chimp X chromosomes both contain about 1,100 different genes and sets of instructions. So each gene affects a particular trait in the body. And I just pulled up a picture of how similar they do, the sequencing does look. I also asked a question about, well, do you think Bigfoot would carry a different, an extra chromosome? Well, chimpanzees, chromosome 22 does correspond to human chromosome 21. Kanako, I don't know, had an extra copy of chromosome 22. She had 3 copies, whereas formal chimpanzees only have 2. In humans, having an extra chromosome 21 causes Down syndrome or trisomy 21. So, if we're that close DNA or with chromosomes, then if Bigfoot is that close or might be that close, we don't know, right?
Right.
Then the odds are that they would also be susceptible to this type of DNA and chromosomal what could happen to them.
Yeah, it depends on where Sasquatch would fit in that evolutionary tree, because this is what allows us to understand that humans and chimpanzees, basically at the very basic root of it, you can say that we're humans, we're just a different type of chimpanzee almost, because it shows that we did have, between chimps and us, we had a common ancestor. So it would depend on where Sasquatch falls in that evolutionary tree.
Right.
Is the Sasquatch stem off of the same human or same ancestor that us and chimpanzees did? So then you might be looking at, maybe some of it can be like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't, then we're dealing with something totally different. So
Right. So let me ask you this. Humans are the only race we have a race system, and because we have this refined division of life forms. Okay, so do you think Bigfoot or Sasquatch could have races then?
again, depends on how they can be classified. What species are they? Are they a
Well, yeah, so we don't know. So we're going to make the assumption or speculation that if Bigfoot are like humans and we are a species that can have offspring,
right?
and we have races, there were genetically distinct populations of individuals within a species,
Right.
then, we've got it. It seems like Bigfoot would have that too. If
And I
we,
know where this is. I know where you're going with this.
yeah,
I know where you're going with this.
good. I don't know because I don't
And
know.
I do, and because there are people that say, well, they would have as much variation as us,
Mm-hmm.
and that may be true, because but yeah. So it is, in other words, there's people out there saying, oh well, there's more than just one species of this thing. Well, I don't know that. Me personally, I think they're all one species with a lot of genetic variance similar to us, maybe not exactly the same.
Right.
And maybe that's why they look different. I don't know. I think it's just amazing that even one other species of hominin besides us managed to avoid extinction and still exists. I think that's amazing enough that I don't need to like throw in, well, if there's that one, then there's more than one. Well, not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
What do you?
obviously they do have some sort of genetic variance. if you take all the stories that you find credible, not every single one of those Sasquatch are described exactly the same. So,
Well, isn't it one of the reasons why there's such variation in human species is because of the geographical difference between
Yes.
species? So,
Yes.
it doesn't seem like there's going to be much geographic distance between the Bigfoot populations in North America. So you'd think that they generally look the same overall with one, general
Mm-hmm.
form or, at least one or two, similar to how Native Americans generally had the
right.
same physical appearance and everything. You would think that the Bigfoots would too. As
Well,
far
And
most
that's
of the
why I
reason is
mentioned the
pretty much.
Berman's idea that, we all have heard over and over that the skunk apes or the Florida Bigfoot are smaller, uh, Bigfoot. And that the more north you go, the bigger they tend to get.
And that may be environmental adaptation, but it's the same species.
Right. The same species.
But
yeah.
it's adapted differently to its environment.
Hmm. So you'd have definitely a geographically or a physiologically differences you can
Well,
define.
but the difference between a southern black bear and a northern black bear is just basically the size. So that would probably be equal with the Bigfoots with the general population as
Hmm.
if you want to generalize it like a black bear, that it would be the equivalent, just a little smaller down south there. So there shouldn't be too much species variation in that sort of regard right there, from the north to the south. They should look bigger or the same, but just smaller in size.
Yeah. I mean, these could be explanations to the different variations. I'm not willing yet until I have, absolute evidence of it. I'm still not willing to step over the line and say, well, there's more than just one species of Sasquatch or
Why
hominin.
why can't the skunk ape just be a smaller juvenile Bigfoot? They didn't see the big
That could
fatty
be.
one that was like, over in the forest or something. So, maybe a lot of the sightings down there are just juveniles. But even then, it could still nothing wrong with them being smaller down there. They don't need as much weight to keep them warm or
And they don't need as much hair either.
Hmm.
I mean, if you think about it with humans, and I'm not comparing Bigfoot with humans exactly because we don't know. I don't know if they belong in the same genome as us or not, but humans lost their hair to make it easier for us to sweat. I mean, basically, we were in a very hot area where we evolved. And so you didn't need all that hair, and it was easier to sweat and cool your body, right? So it would seem to me that another primate, which we can at least assume that no matter what, from all descriptions of it, that Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever, is a primate of some sort. And so possibly, where the environment is, if they've adapted, they may have less hair. They may be smaller, in hotter areas, bigger and hairier and more hostile, colder climates,
Hmm.
you know.
Right. Well, we don't know. We don't know.
No, it's all conjecture.
Uh,
I
yeah,
mean,
we don't
it's at
know
least based
Bigfoot's
on stuff
inner
we do
systems.
know.
We don't know their bone type. We don't know how
Right.
tall they really can get. We have people who speculate and guess at, oh my God, he was 15 feet tall. What if he was really 10 feet tall and you were scared as crap and said,
Well,
I
yeah.
saw something 15-foot tall? There's,
But Nikki, we do have parameters of other examples of certain things that we can base these conjectures on of
Mhm,
what's more possible than something else. Yeah, we can't say it
right,
exactly.
right,
For example, I don't believe that a freaking Sasquatch can grow 15 feet tall. There's just
right. I agree.
biological reasons for any species,
Right.
that when you start getting that huge, supporting your own body becomes a problem.
It is a problem. As you can go back and watch one of my previous shows.
Right,
So,
exactly. The one that showed that really
so
big guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so there we are. We know that Bigfoot are going to look a lot different, and we can only um, speculate at this time. You know, if they follow the humans, us, because some of you are saying they are humans. Stop saying that. We don't know yet. We really don't
Don't know
know.
yet.
But if they do follow, and they can follow exactly our line of, uh, well, they would be a little bit off on that ladder of life, off to the right or left, whichever. But maybe the same rules apply scientifically.
Right.
Okay. Um, but that's yet to be seen. But anyway, let's get to the gooder stuff, shall we? Now that I kind of did that. So the photos, your sketches, and artificial intelligence, computer generated images you're about to see of Bigfoot were obtained through the free Google image system. Okay, some were pulled out of a couple of books, but they are all, all online. Okay, so I didn't go steal from nobody's or anything. You can all go and find these. Just Google Bigfoot and hit the images button, and you will find all these there. Okay, so we're just going to go through and we're going to talk about them. And my question is for anybody in the chat right now who has had an encounter. If you see something that looks like what you saw, you know, put a bunch of blue hearts or hearts in the chat so we can identify you. And
And we
I'm
will
just
send an agent
curious.
around to speak to you shortly.
Brent will be around shortly
Yes.
with
Right.
his glasses on.
He'll be wearing sunglasses and dressed in a black suit and tie.
Yeah. So and I think a couple of these were actually just sketches of people what they think Patty would look like. Not this one, but
Mhm.
and some that I have. So here we go, folks. That's one that I think is a Patty one.
Yeah.
I actually like that one. That one's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, look at
Hey, I
that one.
recognize
That
that
one
dude.
is crazy looking. I don't know why.
I recognize that. Looks familiar to me.
Maybe like the one behind your shoulder.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is Rasta. This is
Thought
Joe's encounter. This is what he says he saw out there. I don't know.
And you know,
I
if
like
you
the
look
darker
at it,
one. Oops.
if you examine it,
This one.
I mean, if you really kind of just take an overall view of that and
Mm-hmm.
compare it to the first one you put up, you can
Yeah.
see morphological similarities. No, they don't look exactly the same, but there's some morphological similarities between that face and the first one you put up.
Right.
You know.
And Jen in the chat is the one who
Yep.
drew these for you. So
Yes, indeed.
Good
quite
job.
a talent there. Great job.
Absolutely.
Rosta man. I like this one kind of. I don't know. His eyebrows kind of get me. Very hairy.
Little less of a brow ridge than,
Right.
but still morphologically very similar so far.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one on our left here looks so familiar, but I can't remember what it's from, and I couldn't read the drawing things. Do you remember?
That's another one that kind of could be like Rasta's brother.
Oh, that's scary. That would be
Yeah,
scary. Yeah.
that's amazing. I've never seen that picture before. That is pretty. I don't know who the hell saw that, but they saw something that was very similar to what I saw.
Right. Look at those hands. The way the hands are drawn, it's like you can almost see the power. I have the power.
Mhm.
So, and for some reason, the one on the right kind of reminds me of like the abominable snowman, or I don't know why.
Wait a minute. That's David Lee Roth.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah. I can see it.
sorry.
Everyone just jumped.
That's the Kardashians.
Let's look at
And I love the one on the
Oh,
left. I don't know
yeah.
why. I do.
Yeah, there's another one. A little bit pointier of a head.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I haven't seen any hearts yet. And I know there's some peoples out there that have seen these things, so
I've seen this one somewhere too, but I can't remember the one on the right.
mm-hmm.
I've
I
seen
don't
that
know.
one in
Star
conjunction
Wars.
something. No, it wasn't
Chewy. Is
Star
that
Wars.
Chewy? Maybe that's the Melba Ketchum drawing one.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
maybe that's where I recognize it.
Where did I see that? It was in conjunction with some encounter story that I just can't remember which one. Yeah, the one on the left I've never seen.
Donald. Hilarious. He said this, what? My Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred. Damn,
See, I could pick it out right away in the chat. So
your Uncle Fred.
that's
Damn,
now
Uncle
it
Fred
doesn't
is
go in.
unfortunate, Donald.
And,
I like the one on the left just because he's holding a stick.
yeah. You rarely see people drawing them with something in their hand. So I liked that one.
The one on the
Where-
right's pretty cool. He's just chilling out in the tree.
Where's
Yeah.
the other part of his leg? Is it like bent back or?
Oh,
I
it's
think
on the
so.
branch. He's looking through a little bitty screen.
Well,
It's
I
on the
see, like-
branch.
Yeah,
See the
you
foot?
You can
Yeah.
see his foot up there. It's his knee.
Oh, I
is bent.
see. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see. That's he's just chilling like a villain right
Pareidolia.
there. He's like,
He's
hey, what's
got
up,
like
guys?
He's got like
Oh.
the sexy bad boy.
Yeah,
thing
Yeah,
going
I love
on
it.
there.
I love that one.
Yeah,
Hello,
Woohoo.
ladies.
it's a good drawing.
That is actually.
The
It's pretty
right
good.
trackway says that's the Grassman story. Okay.
Oh, the one that I was talking about. I knew I would heard it somewhere or seen it somewhere.
I like it. Very intimidating muscles there. Yeah, I agree, Grasshopper. He says he doesn't want any more new equipment. Grasshopper says Brent needs a real computer.
I just bought my son a gaming computer the other day, so I'm good. I'm good on computers now. They're expensive.
They are expensive. Hold on a second. My friend Gwendolyn Purcell Company got knockers. Use the logo with a Bigfoot holding a stick. Oh, cool. Oop, can't get them off now. Okay, so we'll move on. Next. I like that one too. I put
there's
that one
David
twice.
Lee Roth again.
Sorry. I put the Yeti back in there again. Listen, there was a lot of photos. I might do that again too. So I like that one.
Or maybe it's
Nice.
Sammy Hagar. Is
And
this love?
I don't like the one on the right for sure. I don't know. That one looks more like
I don't know where that came from.
alien-y. I don't know.
What's with the pig nose is what throws me off, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a hooded nose. That is not. That is like a gorilla nose.
But isn't that what Bigfoot's supposed to have? Like, what is the consensus on the type of nose Bigfoot has?
That it doesn't. It doesn't have. It has a hooded nose like we do.
Okay, so
That seems to be the majority of descriptions. Yeah.
because there's been a couple of pictures in here that had the gorilla style nose, like homie on the right there. He's
Right.
got that gorilla style nose.
Right.
So, I've never really fully understood what Bigfoot has, because the hooded nose serves a purpose. That Bigfoot seems to have picked up, bipedalism and,
Right.
Oops. Wait, where is it?
running and stuff.
Now, see, exactly, if you bring it up, the Bigfoot on the left could possibly be able to swim. The Bigfoot on the right would not be able to swim because it would drown.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's all about the shape of the nose. Trust me.
I have a great one for you, Grasshopper. Just hang tight, okay? Hold on to your knockers.
But
That's
would there be such a diversity in species
Oh, they won't go.
with Bigfoot in North America with a hooded nose versus a gorilla style nose? It doesn't seem like that there would be.
No,
And
that's what I'm saying. I don't think so either.
So one's not real.
Now, I can't say that the person who described the one on the right didn't really see that. Maybe they thought they did, but I don't know. I don't know.
What do you call a Sasquatch gardener?
Could be some kind of genetic thing.
Harry Potter.
Well, I mean, the reason why we have hooded nose is because of it helps us run. It helps us condition the weather coming in,
Right.
and it helps with the rain and stuff since we're bipedal and stuff. Because gorillas and stuff spend most of their time looking down, so they don't need to have a hooded nose like we do. So Bigfoot has a hooded nose. So yeah, I mean, it says a lot right there.
Yeah.
Right.
On its
That's Mick Jagger.
breath.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's
It does
Eddie
look like a
Van
rock
Halen.
star. It's like it does, man.
I kind of thought it looked like somebody else. Yeah.
Sorry, Pat. If Pat, man, I'm sorry. Does look a little bit like Pat.
It does actually. I can see that.
Well, I think it's the hair. It's just the hair.
Yeah.
He used to have hair like that.
It's
He's
the
got
hair.
it cut now, but
Yeah.
remember when Pat had his hair longer?
Yeah. So,
Can I go
wow.
back a couple? Yes, I can go back a couple. That one. You're talking about that one in the trees there, right, Donald? I don't remember your question, but you think that one has knockers, right? I don't think so.
Doesn't look like it, but
Yeah,
who can tell?
I don't think so. Okay, let's go back to that. I mean,
Now, I don't. I think the person who saw this saw a person.
Yeah, that's a well-shaven person. Yeah.
well, there's a lot of people who say they've seen feral people out there, and
That's
Well,
true.
then that's
Be
what I
pretty
would have
grungy.
to call that is not a Sasquatch, but a feral human. If that's what they saw.
right.
I mean, that's just my
I don't know,
opinion.
but it's looking at me right in the eyeballs. It's looking at me.
What's
So-
with the dude? The dude on the top looks like a hood ornament.
Doesn't he?
left.
I thought so too.
The
Oh
left
my
top,
god! I'm
that'd
like,
be a
oh, he's
great
supposed to
hood
be on a
ornament.
Chrysler for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God, what's
Funny.
going on with the dude on the left bottom right?
left bottom right.
That almost.
I think that was the one where it's Patty but without hair.
Yeah.
Patty without hair. Really?
Yeah, that's what they say.
looks like
Patty would
Charles
look like
Bronson.
without hair. Yeah.
That's Charles Bronson, man. I swear.
Well, the eyes on the one on the very right there. It's interesting because you usually hear them with full black eyes.
Mm.
Yeah. Right. Right. Nothing would completely have black eyes, people. The outside may be big and encompass the entire
Right.
eye, but if they ever looked completely to the right, you would definitely see, what is that, sclera? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
Yeah,
see
and
white.
that's like when I describe people ask me about Rasta's eyes. I mean, I didn't see color. They did look just dark, but I assumed that
Right.
was because of the brow ridge. I mean, was so pronounced. His eyes were so set
Sunk down.
into his
Yes.
into his face that I mean, maybe he did have whites to his eyes. I just didn't see any because of the distance and the way the day was, etc.
Oh, my apologies, Donald. I thought you were talking
Yeah. I
about
was like,
boobs.
Like, huh?
My apologies. That's what you saw. Okay, well, now I gotta go back. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Wow. That's
Very
very,
animal-like.
yeah, angry.
Like it.
Like, I'm getting the hell out of here type of look.
Huh.
Get the hell out. Yeah. Okay, go back. Okay, we looked at
So
all those.
that one on the right on the bottom, that looks like a Sasquatch that possibly likes to indulge in a little bit of herb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would be, well, depending on his body, you know, how muscly he was, but his
Stoner
eyes
Squatch.
are very kind eyes.
Stoner
Oh, it's like
Squatch.
something
That's
out of a
correct.
Disney movie or something.
That
Disney
look on that Squatch face, that look says puff puff give.
Oh, geez. And the one on the top, they endowed him, so
Shit.
oh, definitely. Okay.
There's the one that everybody wanted to see. The one on the far left.
Hmm. Yep.
That's what happens. You go through the life of living in the woods with no bra.
Well, having those with female, that's more of a human thing than a
Yeah.
ape thing,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, yeah, because a lot of like female gorillas, their breasts aren't even apparent unless they're pregnant.
yeah. No need
Well, this
for them
wasn't
out
even the
there.
good one. Wait until I bring up the really good one. So.
Ooh, Mike, you rated PG-13.
That one on the top just looks like, yeah, my neighbor. Yeah.
He looks like a biker.
Yeah, or Neanderthal or something.
Yeah.
Biker. Hey, look, I've seen people, humans, us. I've seen people that look like they could be a Neanderthal, man.
Well, same here. Yeah, it's like you look at them, it's like, that's interesting.
Dude, it's like now I fully believe that they found Neanderthal DNA and then mixed with human DNA in our genome. There's actually a guy I think he's an anthropologist, and every time I see him, I'm like, dude, you definitely have some Neanderthal ancestry. And that's what he studies is Neanderthals.
Oh man. That one on the bottom looks like Jesus.
Jesus Squatch.
Jesus Squatch. That's a new one. Wait, what media? Nikki, I have an image from a 3D styrofoam model Yeti head from the 50s commissioned by a scientist after several sightings. I remember you mentioning something about Yeti sightings from the 50s. I did?
Huh.
Probably. I would like to
You
see
know
it.
what? John Ayers sent a picture of me. That one does look like you, John. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody send me a picture of John Ayers, and on next week's show, I'll have them compare. I'll compare the two.
You been running around the woods, John?
Somebody saw you.
Somebody saw you.
That's a raptor. That is exactly what these are. These sketches were all from people giving their encounters stories.
I'm waiting to see the Sasquatch that looks like Greg Allman. The one on the right is supposed to be Patty, I believe.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
But the other one looks goofy as heck.
It's funny. Man, that's hilarious.
That's my Aunt Myrtle.
Those eyes, man. Those eyes are just crazy.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what happens to all
There you go. There you go, Joe.
Get the
There you go, grasshopper.
dude.
There you Sasquatch.
If I saw a female Sasquatch in the woods like that, I would never leave the woods ever again. Ever.
Okay, so
I've
these
been
photos
abducted.
are from Robert Crumb. If you don't
I
know who
knew
that
that had
is,
to be who it was.
yeah, he's a cartoonist, a writer, a musician. He founded the what's it called, Zap Comics, and Felix Fritz the cat, and Mr. Natural. So he's kind of a famous guy,
Hey man, if
but these are
Lockbeard ever
from
runs
him.
across a female Sasquatch like that, he ain't never going back to the van.
And I think he did these in *77. So
Definitely made
these
by
are
a
older
dude.
ones.
That's what he
Yeah.
says. Lockbeard says, "There's my girl."
Oh, jeez.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Holy crow.
Okay, so now we're gonna start going through to computer generated AI type ones. And that big guy is gonna come up again later,
Yeah.
but I put him in there because I just wanted to define that we're moving into different type of pictures now.
Yeah, and I'm curious as to how many of these computer generated ones that you've popped up, and I think I may know the answer, but I'm waiting to hear it. How many of these computer generated ones have been put out online as actual pictures of Bigfoot?
Oh my god, probably tons. But that guy kind of has like an orangutan
He does.
feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
But mean as heck.
Yeah. Kind of got the same expression on his face that Rasta did.
Very thin lips. They all
Yeah.
have thin lips.
Yep.
Because we've seen that one prior had thick lips and it looked goofy as heck. That one.
Mhm.
It's weird the eyes are so small.
Okay. So the next ones were AI again. Where this guy, what did his name? I think his name is Damien Stelmach, had these posted. And just to give him the credit, he put in Sasquatch and Native American, and this is what was produced.
Those ones on the left look like they could be like some version of like Homo erectus or something like that.
Right. They're stunning. They really are stunning.
Yeah.
Todd
Some of these
standing.
do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Some of these do that with Bigfoot and Dogman. That'd be an
I mean,
interesting
that-
combo.
That one that was on the left there, that
That one?
that just looks like that looks like it could just be a regular Native American guy.
Right. Yeah.
And even one on the left or right to some extent, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Aw, look at the one on the left. He's all shy and everything. Those are pretty cool pictures, though.
What? Yeah, I thought they deserved. Okay. I didn't even read my little stop sign there. Stop in the name of.
What's what?
Okay. So now I got to take us to somewhere else, because I could not put all these on the slideshow because I wasn't going to do 10 days worth of work on this. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Here is the next set of photos. And a lot of these just look like, monkeys.
Yeah. Well, the one on the far right is from the Planet of the Apes movie.
It is?
Yep.
And the one on the far left looks Aboriginal.
Yeah.
And the number 2 one, or image 63, he looks really weird.
Huh.
like a drugged out Ewok or something.
Yeah, he's got those kind of eyes, kind of looking into my soul. He's
Hmm.
looking into my soul. So I have to give these photos were all compiled. This next set that all of these that I'm showing were compiled by Alberta Sasquatch, uh, Keegan Geiger's group or website. You can find these online, okay, for anybody to get. But he had them very well in order, and they were easier to bring up this way. So that's what I did. So hence, you're gonna see. It's taking forever to load because it's been sitting here for an hour. Okay, here we go. Now we'll look at the second group. And they're all just, see, ooh, that last one, kind of Halloweeny look.
Yeah.
Different monkey, alterations. I'm sure is what they just started with a regular ape face and started changing it.
Mhm.
Said my problem with these is that they mostly use ape faces. Oh, that's what I just said. I didn't
Yeah.
even read your comment because I can't see it unless I look over here. White Walker from Game of Thrones. Ooh, nice catch. I
Never seen
still
that show.
think I still think Joe what?
Yeah.
Crazy. I still think Joe looks like Will Ferrell from Elf in that sweater.
It's not. This is not the sweater. This is a different shirt, man.
Oh
This
man.
isn't the polar bear sweater.
Not the polar bear. Okay, let's do the next set.
Steve said
Three.
Scott has seen all of these, but most declined to pose for pictures.
Ooh, that one looks crazy. Number 58.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
look, they kind of put in a little bit on that first one. They put in a little bit of can't-
Baboon.
baboon. Thank
That
you,
was the baboon there. Yeah.
baboon. And another Ewok looking one. Ooh, that one in the middle. That's kind of crazy looking.
Kind of
The thing
mean.
I'm seeing here,
Yeah.
of course, a lot of with what you're showing now is a lot of artist conception of, right?
Yes. Yes.
Whereas,
Yes.
and that's going to have such a wide variation. Whereas, if you've noticed the ones that you did of sketches of what different people say they've seen, there's more of a closer, uh, association with those
Right.
that you see. So,
For sure. Oh man, my book is all messed up. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Mr. Lee, your pug dog looks like the second one in there. He said,
Any day. Did it go?
"No,
Oh yeah,
kaiju, I would not say that."
there it comes. Now there's one with canines.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me. So, right, again, artist conception of
Yeah.
something they've never seen before.
And that one with the round nose really looks like an Ewok there. Joe, would you say Rasta looked more like a Neanderthal?
Yeah, that's what I just answered. No,
Oh,
I wouldn't say that at all.
oh, sorry. Second one looks like my pup dog. Funny, hilarious, hilarious. This one. Is that where we're at?
Hmm.
That first one is kind of crazy looking. I don't know. They all are. These.
Sure is.
That's what is that? Image 22. Good lord.
Yeah.
That just looks like that one mad dude at the bar one night.
It looks like Cooper. What's his name? Oh God, what's his name? The Rock guy.
Alice
Alex
Cooper.
Alice
Alice
Cooper.
Cooper. Yeah.
That third image 23. Is that 23? Yeah.
In the middle.
It was like
Yeah.
he got a little thin pencil mustache.
Oh.
That's the what's his name? Clark Gable of Sasquatch.
Okay, media. The last one reminds me of Lion. Yeah, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Huh.
Ow, my knees are locked up. Okay, this one. Very interesting. Ooh, that middle one kind of has like an eagle head look to it. I don't know.
They all look so angry, except for the
Yeah.
first guy. The first guy doesn't look all that angry, but
And the number
Yeah.
29 looks like it has no thoughts.
28 looks like Spock is a Sasquatch.
Oh my goodness.
That's the Vulcan squash.
Oh, that's what my eyes said. Middle one looks like Dr. Spock. The last one looks like Ron Perlman. I don't know if that was for the other one, that
So
looked like the
poor Ron.
Beast. Yeah. And let's see. Uh-oh, I think somebody sent me something. Wow.
Oh yeah, there's that other dude again. You said was going to show up again. Image 35 or 31. I'm sorry.
What? No, that was a different one. We already passed that one.
Oh,
But
it's a different one than that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it looked kind of like the same.
John Ayers sent me his photo.
Number 34 has got a what do you call that?
Shit.
Cleft palate thing going on there with his.
Oh.
Yeah, it's maybe Battle Scar. It was fighting
Yeah.
a grizzly bear
Maybe.
Yeah. It was
over
fighting.
a fish. Yeah.
Was fighting.
Fought a bear for a fish. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, I like that albino one.
I fought a bear for a fish once.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a stuffed teddy bear, so it wasn't that hard.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Whoa, those really look different.
I've seen that image 37 before.
Yeah,
The
where have I
white
seen that one?
Sasquatch.
Huh. Very interesting. Ooh, that number 39 kind of looks like it belongs with the rock group Kiss,
I want to rock and roll all night.
Oh, not. Okay,
There's watching
we're.
every day.
See, now you know why I came to this website, because if they're all loaded up already to go, would have taken me forever to do these individually.
Wow, such angry squatches.
Yeah.
Oh, angry. Every last one of them. It's like I like that where the majority, not all of them, but like a good majority of these, they just the artist's conception. They have to make him look as scary and as mean as possible.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, Mr. Lee. It says, Nikki, we should try to do a computer generated app of what you would look like as a Sasquatch. Not me.
A short one.
First, proud of his teeth.
That's it. Your nickname could be Shorty Squatch.
Shorty
Nikki.
Squatch.
Shorty Squatch.
Yeah, I'm a shorty. And I just lost where I'm at over here. Oh, look at that one is a Dutch. What do you call the Pennsylvania Dutch? The
Oh,
Amish. He's an Amish Bigfoot.
Image 47 you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, and
He's out.
46
He's looking to go out on Rumskeller.
Yeah, it does make you wonder if their facial hair and their top of their hair grows at, lengths like ours does, or if it's just, grows to a certain length or
Yeah, it's
whatever,
weird.
like gorillas.
Well, the thing that always weirds me out is that what I saw he had such long hair that when I see these ones that have like really short hair, and I'm like, I don't understand why their hair would be that short. I mean, obviously they don't have Bigfoot barbers, and they're not, give me the butch today there, Sam. So I don't understand how it could be, or
Okay,
what
sorry.
the reason for that would be.
Yeah.
We're going back to image 44. Jay says that's what he saw. Wow.
Huh. That Bigfoot has bangs.
That's pretty interesting, Joe. And Jay. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I could see where Jay could say that what he saw was kind of similar to what I described. I could see that.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Fred again. Orchard Park, deeper snow than you're tall. They got 77 inches at the stadium. Dang.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, this number 7 looks he looks like this actor, but I can't think of his name.
Jimmy Durante. No, I'm kidding. I think I know what you're talking about though, but I can't remember.
I can't think of it right now. Ooh, number 4 is scary. Looks like a witch.
Yeah. Come out of that screen and just grab you.
Right. Rawr.
Oh, that worked a lot better.
Image 10 is me. Image 10 is you? Let me look. I have to go back and look at number 10. Where's number 10? Number 10, number 10. 11. Oh. The last one. The last one is Mr. Lee.
That's funny.
Don't look at him in the eyes, Kaiju says. 7 was Donald Sutherland. Oh. Could be Donald Sutherland, the one with the big nose. I think I'm right here. I think I'm on the last set. Ooh, grumpy. Grumpy. I hope they're not all mean like that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they are. We'd have more conflict with them if we did.
Right. Ooh.
Right.
I don't know if there's, I think that's it. So anyway, you can go back and look at these by going to Alberta Sasquatch or sasquatchalberta.com, and it is listed there under Faces of Sasquatch.
That's cool.
So,
Cool.
did any of my chat? Is anybody seeing Cryptid in the chat tonight? Curious Cryptid?
I thought I did.
Because
Yeah.
he says he's having issues watching the show, and he doesn't even know if anybody's seen him tonight.
Yeah, I thought I saw him earlier in the chat.
Yeah, I saw him.
I guess he's off now. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Okay, so we shall move right along. Boom. It is time, if my dog would leave me alone, but it is time for Nikki's Notions. Did you like that, Brent?
I did. That's very nice. I liked it.
Never look down on someone unless you're helping them get up. So, I put this on here because I had a realization that there are some people that think that what I do on this channel, that I am dogging people or, putting people down, and I should just leave people's alone. But that's not my intention, and it's not what I want to do. Everybody, I feel everybody deserves a fair chance at stuff, but what I do is just pointing out the obvious. And if you put your stuff out there in public, it's pretty much fair game. That I'm not saying that the person, is some kind of bad person. I'm sure they're a very nice person who has a very nice family and whatever. I could actually care less. I am just looking at the information. So, and if people want to share stuff with me and they give me that permission, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not looking down on somebody, and my intention is not to do that, because I want to be upbeat, and I want to treat everybody the way I like to be treated, so it's just a little, be nice to people. And that's just a quickie little thing.
Yeah.
So it has come to the time. Somebody keeps dinging me. So now I've lost my place.
Show me what you got.
Jim, you heard them said, show me what you got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
And it is time for Show Me What You Got. So today we had somebody send this photo and ask about it. Okay, it wasn't their photo. They just saw this online. And I actually had seen it as well, reposted. And it is a post from Robert Dotson, who had a good channel. He was called him down the Sasquatch Hunter. He has since passed in, I think it was 2019.
I think so.
But he had this particular photo of one of his walks when he was going down, and he quickly pans through. This is a screenshot, okay, of a video he had. And somebody who was watching his hold on, I have to take care of this because they're
watching his video pointed it out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look at this, everybody. This is a Bigfoot. And everybody believed it.
Right.
It got passed around like there's no tomorrow. I even thought, hey, look at this photo. This could have potential. And yeah, you can
it went all over the place.
To be honest, I don't see anything.
the cheekbones.
right in the middle. It kind of looks like a gorilla.
Yeah.
Again, pareidolia.
It to me it was pareidolia, but a lot of people said it was a juvenile Sasquatch because if you do the dimensions, those leaves are only about that big. Okay,
Yeah. And
and what?
the,
Go ahead.
Oh,
oh, the
wait a minute. Are you talking about like down lower right where it looks like you can see like an eye glowing or something?
No, it's actually
no.
smack dab in the middle. Do you see the
Oh,
white reflective leaf
see, that's,
Yeah.
yeah, I see
right in the
the
middle?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Exactly to the left. Exactly to the left would be the nose,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
then
okay.
the eye would be exactly smack in the middle
That's
of
the
the
way
picture.
pareidolia works, man.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
seeing a whole totally different.
different.
There's two in there then. There's two Sasquatch in there. There's a big one and a little one too. Then
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
that's how
I'm sure
pareidolia
people said
works,
that.
man. I
Yeah,
mean,
I believe this is the guy that had him on their property, on his property, so he would investigate his property essentially, and has all this, you know, subjective evidence out there like this here.
He
well, maybe
Robert
I'm right.
was
Maybe there's two
he
in
was
there.
originally in Oklahoma, and then he ended up where he was capturing so-called Bigfoot on his camera, like not far off of a freeway. And he has some footage of a Bigfoot that is bobbing its head up and down like this.
Huh?
Okay. Its head
I'd like to
pops
see
up
that.
and then it pops down, and you can see eye glow, eye shine. And he just keeps watching this image goes up and down, up and down. Many people have said that he hoaxed that footage, that, it's not moving naturally because this thing is just popping up, popping down, popping up, popping down. And
I think I know
if
which one
if
you're talking about.
anything, I would say somebody was hoaxing him. I'm
Maybe.
not quite certain he was the actual hoaxer.
Oh,
I
why
watched
not?
he
Why not?
could be,
I mean,
but
he got people to pay attention to him on his property and had a good, nice following, and it's like, you
yeah,
know,
he did. He used to uh hook a fishing line up, and he used to drag it all through the forest with him, and he used to put glow lights or little bells on the fishing line, but he would just take this on his walk all the way through, all the way around, and come back, and he would start in the day. He had all this footage of him stringing up this fishing line all over into a circle, and then he would come back to the beginning, and he would sit there all night until he would start hearing the bells ringing in the dark and the lights flickering off in the side. It was pretty interesting, actually.
Hmm.
He also had a video called "Pissed Off Bigfoot," where he sees this thing popping up and down, and then he just beelines it for it. And when he gets there, it's gone. But he turns around and you see two
Hmm.
eye shines. I don't want to say eyes, but they were like bright shining things right there in front of him. That scares him and he runs off.
Hmm.
um Another video, he had somebody or something threw a rock at him and hit him in the hand, and actually it drew blood. You can see when it hits him and how the blood, so something really did hit him. Well, who threw the rock at him, I don't know, but it
Hmm.
was interesting. I followed him for a long, long time. I didn't know if he was what everything was about. Now, when he near the end, he moved to Texas and he got involved with a group called what was their names? The the Sasquatch team out of Texas, and they started doing stuff with him. Well, Robert passed, and they took his entire channel. They hijacked it,
Hmm.
and YouTube got a hold of it, and since then took all the videos down. So all the videos, if you do find them, you can find some of them that had been saved by the Sasquatch team. So if you go to the Sasquatch team, you can watch some of these old Robert Dotson uh, best of type of videos, if you want to see that for yourself. They have on there one called the 11-footer, but totally don't see anything in that. But the pissed off Bigfoot one, I always liked to watch that one, and I don't remember the name of the one where the Bigfoot's popping its head up and down, up and down. That was also a good one. I'm sure they have it on there as well. So, Bigfoot Tony, if any of you remember Bigfoot Tony, he actually took a lot of Robert Dotson's videos and analyzed them. So, you can kind of probably find them through that as well.
Yeah.
So, what?
Anybody hear what Woodburger Farms is up to? Because he had Bigfoot on his property too, didn't he?
Yeah,
Similar to
yeah,
Robert Dotson.
yeah. He had a lot. He's still out there. He's still
Oh,
out
is he?
there. They're still doing, yeah, it's doing their thing.
Hmm.
I wanted to ask if anybody has a birthday. I wanted to acknowledge anybody right now who has a birthday. Does anybody have a birthday today?
No.
Anybody this week? You didn't like Bigfoot Tony Donald? I like Bigfoot Tony better than that Tinker guy.
Thinker thunker.
Ah, don't say it.
What is it like saying Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
but, as
Bigfoot
far as this
Tony.
picture goes, though, I mean, I think I know who you're talking about now with the Robert Dodson guy. First, I'm not sure, but those ones that you mentioned, I thought I saw one where it was him at night, and I think, and it was, you said this, it was very similar to what you were talking about, where this thing, and you saw like what was eyeshine, and I think in the one video he was like, I don't recommend this, that anybody
yes.
do it, and he went
That's
charged.
the-
Okay,
That's the
Yeah.
Bigfoot
So,
piss. That's
but
the
even
no.
and I
It's not
thought, well,
Bigfoot.
that's pretty ballsy, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
not like, I don't know, I wasn't there. I can't analyze it enough to go, oh, those are fake eyes or whatever.
Right.
But with that picture that you just had up, even so, man, I mean, whether or not I'm right, and I'm not looking at pareidolia, and what I'm seeing is two Bigfoot in there and a smaller one, even if
Yeah.
that's true, that picture is not good enough to prove that. It's not good enough to
Yeah,
prove it.
it's not. It's not. They never are. But hey, happy birthday, Tristan!
Hey,
Yay!
that was sex to watch, not to be confused with sex to watch. Okay. Sex
Different
Happy
instrument.
birthday,
different than
Tristan. That was
sex
just
watch.
for you.
Different instrument.
What? Nikki, look at the observation of the gymnast Bigfoot in the tree. It's birds closer to him. He's full of doogie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the are you referring to the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch one where the Bigfoot goes up into the tree? Is that what you're referring to? It's
I don't
birds.
know what
I think
doogie
it's the
is.
leaf. I think it's the leaf is just moving according to his camera.
I think he just posts stuff to post stuff. Really.
Oh yeah, bad. It's really bad. If you go to his site now,
It's like
it's
Jesus
just
criminy.
filler. Yeah, filler.
It's like not even
None of it's
trying.
good.
I left a comment on
Yeah.
one of his videos, like, dude, man, this was debunked like years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
why are you
why?
asking this question?
It's just unfortunately he's totally gone to clickbait now.
Yeah, I put on there also, it was like, not a reliable source for Bigfoot information anymore.
Did he block you?
I don't know, actually, I haven't checked. I'm probably, I probably already pre-blocked me.
Pre-blocked.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about the whole Randy Brisson video I made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't like it. I guess someone posted it in a group, and he made a big post about it, removed the video, made a big post about it, and condemning my video, how it's not evidence, how you need evidence to, if I'm going to call somebody out for a hoaxer. And I'm like, well, 4 eyewitnesses is pretty good evidence. So
Right. Okay, so now it is time for Bigfoot in the News, which I did not pull up for whatever reason. I did not do it. So let me pull that up real fast, and we will Bigfoot in the News.
Put in the news. Wow.
Do we have any? Let me check.
Oh, I don't think we found them yet. That joke
We
never gets old.
but unbelievably, we have done them. Oh, cyber law podcast election. See, that doesn't have anything to do with Bigfoot. Did I spell it right? Yeah, I did. Oh, well, I can do that one. So let me bring it up and we will. Oh, it takes so long to do this. Shut the doors. Okay, so is it up? Is it up? Is it up?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got one for Bigfoot in the. Oh, I didn't even do my cool little intro. Thing. You didn't even. I mean, I've been wanting. Okay. Okay, so we've got. What is this? This is a commercial popped up. Okay. Like finding a unicorn, researchers rediscover the black-naped pheasant pigeon, a bird lost to science 150 years ago.
I think somebody just spray painted a pigeon.
Spray painted a pigeon.
Yeah. Be like, look, everybody.
What this had to do with is they're saying, well, they found this cute little birdie that they haven't seen in over 140 years, but that the odds of finding this, they said, were the same as finding a Bigfoot. That's where the link came in. And it's kind of pretty. Let me go ahead and see if I can play it because it's only 9 seconds long. And it's just walking back and forth. It's kind of crazy. Down, where is the other link? Okay, this is where they actually find it.
Pheasant pigeon.
Just
the pigeon, yeah.
Maybe just hit the side arrow. Doka.
What is this?
It's owl. Isn't it owl? We can't tell them. We have to have them look through the photos too.
We get it.
They're so excited. I think that's how Bigfooters would be too.
Oh, man,
if you found a Bigfoot on your trail cam.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
do the same thing.
Back?
Man, my legs are shivering. I can't believe it.
God, Jordan, that's an owl.
It'd be like me and Steve dancing around if we did something like that.
Right. That's how I picture everybody would be. It was a pheasant pigeon. And it has a head of a pigeon and the body of a pheasant. It's a pheasant pigeon. It really is.
That's wild.
So that's what the whole article, because I read this earlier. I hadn't read this today, but I had read it earlier because of that video. I wanted to see
I thought maybe the connection came that it was a Bigfoot imitating a pheasant pigeon.
I'm so excited. Anyway, yeah, so that's that one. The next one is Portland filmmaker. I think we already saw that. Maybe we didn't. This was 4 weeks ago. Did we talk about a Portland filmmaker?
What's his name?
This says Portland filmmaker creates Bigfoot horror.
Oh, that's what we need. Yeah.
No, I think we did talk about that one.
Okay.
That's what we need.
Bigfoot
horror.
We're here.
Wow, it's nothing. There's nothing to the story. It's just a video with Gallagher in it.
I do admit, I kind of like.
Did you ever go see Gallagher?
Movies, but I've only seen them on.
Cyber law, murder, Bigfoot, summon the Bigfoot to kill. We've already covered all these. So it was a dry week in Bigfoot news.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting into winter time, so I think less people are going out into the woods.
Right. So here we go. What do I got next? We covered Bigfoot in the news. I think that was my last one. Let me check. Yep, that was my last one. So next, I wanted to. Oh, Jay wanted me to tell everybody that he had a new phone and he had to redo his messenger. So if you get a message from him saying, be his friend, that it really is him. And he so just for your information. So and the next one is, let me find my new one. Oh my God, I really got to organize this a little bit better. It's Be on the Lookout. It's another new little segment I have for you that when something comes up that I want you guys to look out for or watch, I'm going to let you know about it. And so right now, why is it? Boy, that knocks us all out of there. I can't do that. Anyway, I wanted to let you know about Daniel Benoit from the East Coast Bigfoot Researchers Organization is going to be on an episode of Hometown Haunts on the streaming network Paraflix Paranormal. And it's going to have where 3 paranormal investigators are being led around by Daniel, and they're looking for the beast of Elkhorn Lake. And that is going to be dropping. Oh, where is it? It is going to be dropping November 26th at 8:00 Central. And I am going to show. I think I'm going to show. Yeah, here it is.
So for our first investigation, we're really going to step outside of the boundary.
Oops, sorry. It started right away. Here we go. Is it sharing?
So for our first investigation, we're really going to step outside of the boundaries of what we're used
to hunt something so big.
Sasquatch, Yeti, the hide and seek champion himself.
Is he an elemental? Is he an alien?
Who knows?
What is Bigfoot?
Who knows if Bigfoot himself is going to actually show up?
Nobody knows, but we are going on a hunt, and we are going to try to bring you those answers.
And hopefully we can find the man everybody calls Bigfoot.
There we go.
Looks good.
What'd you say, Joe?
I said I'd probably watch it.
I'll watch it.
Do you guys have that channel? I don't.
No, I don't either. But we'll find a way to watch it somehow.
Got to kind of watch stuff.
Right. So once again, that's going to be called On Hometown Haunts. Okay. The episode is The Beast of Elkhorn Lake, and that's November 26th at 8 Central off of Paraflix Paranormal. So I don't know how you can find out, but I'm sure it's Googleable, if that's a word. So the next one I wanted to mention is Small Town Monsters is going to be releasing their new episode series, The Coastal Alaskan Sasquatch, and it's produced by Seth Breedlove, of course, but the production was our own Alex Petikoff's. And Joe was able to get a preview of the upcoming series episode. And I got it too. And I barely started it a little while ago, but I have to tell you, I wanted to watch the first 10 minutes like 3 times. Okay. It's amazing. It's amazing. I think it's amazing. And
I'll tell you
everybody's like sending me messages.
one of the things, Nikki, about it too, and I don't mean to take away from what you just showed. I mean, I will be interested in watching that because I watch everything, man.
Yeah,
you know? I watch everything. But it's like the one thing I've noticed about a lot of these documentaries that people put out, they're doing a lot of the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again in these documentaries.
Right.
And I laugh, and I'm sorry. I'm not trying to take away from anybody what they do when they're out there looking for Bigfoot, whatever your technique is. But I'm sorry, I do have to laugh at the people that are whooping and screaming and stuff like that, man. And I see it all the time. But Alex, in this document, I'm telling you, not spoiler alert. I'm not giving too much away because I'm told
don't talk. Yeah, you can't talk about it.
Not going to get specific about it. But you're not going to see that kind of thing.
You're not going to see. I'm telling you, I only saw the first 12 minutes and I'm already blown away.
It's a really well put together documentary. That's my opinion, and I'm not a film critic by any means, of course, but I recommend that when it comes out, and I think it's supposed to be what, Nikki, Thanksgiving, right?
Thanksgiving. It's going to drop on the 24th.
Guys,
maybe the 25th, the 24th, but it is going to be dropping here within the week, so you'll all get to be able to enjoy it and give us your opinion on how you think it was. So next week I'll ask the question, what'd you think of the movie? What'd you think of the episode? But the cinematography alone is like amazing. So hopefully. And if you all, give Alex a little congratulations. He's got engaged. Mm-hmm.
Kaiju says, can any of us see it before the 24th? You would have to get a hold of Alex.
Yeah. He has to make you sign an NDA, and then you have to say you're not going to do this or that or share it. Or it's coming out. It'll be out within a week. So
Yep.
Yeah. Also, Tate Hieronymus came out with a documentary today that Tristan is in on Tate Hieronymus's YouTube channel called Bumping Lake.
Is it out?
It just came out today.
I was sending out his GoFundMe forever. I just barely took it off the channel.
It came out tonight. So it should be ready to watch for everybody on his channel, Tate Hieronymus. See Tristan live in real time.
I'm
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure I subscribed to Tate.
Yeah.
What
cool.
the heck happened here?
That was a fun one. That's where we went Bigfooting with Paul Graves, Ron Reed, just some great people. It was a lot of fun. Highlight of my summer.
There's a link up above. Tristan will talk to us after Stardom. There's a link up above. Lockbeard Watch that NCIS. Brent, you're into what link? What did you put a link to something? You did. Tristan did send me something he wants to talk about, but hey, I'm going to put that, Tristan, on the next show. Okay. And we can talk about that because I don't have any information about it other than it looks like a setup, complete, like a commercial or something. So let me see if I can dig a little bit and find what commercial or what it's about. And I think we have completed the show.
Whoa!
Perfect timing. I got everything in there I think I wanted to get in there. So if there's anything going on, Brent, you got anything, any final words of wisdom?
No.
No.
Who
are you talking to, man?
I don't know about wisdom, but
that was good.
I got the Monday night mosh pit going on tomorrow with the show Sasquatch Random Live. So
awesome.
What's that about?
Nice.
It's just jump in the mosh pit. Let's talk about stuff.
Yeah.
You
Talk
know,
about life and
we
talk
could talk about
about,
Bigfoot. We could talk about other stuff as long as it's related to Bigfoot. I mean,
yeah. Well, huh.
but I'm not saying it was a Bigfoot, but it was Bigfoot.
Why do we always say that? So anyway, thank you all for being here, gentlemen. As always, thank you. Chat, you guys are awesome. Keeping it going. We were we were in the 50s in the chat. Awesome. Thank you. Please help me out. Share my videos if you like my content and hit that little like button. Comment. Help me with that dang algorithm out there and let my videos be seen, my lives be seen. And don't forget to go to Squatch DTV. He's up next. See you all in the chat. And until next week.